pocket red glare, reppin' USA, so she go crazy. Wait for it, 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 hey!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Latino Free Minds. I am your host Gio, and I'm here with Christian, my co-host. Christian, how you doing?
How's it going, Gio?
And it's
All
going
good.
good. It's going good, man. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you all right, Gio. How can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you just fine. I got a whole new little setup here, and trying to get a little used to it. That's why I'm late today because I wasn't ready.
Daniel doesn't pay us by the hour, or
He pays.
does?
He shit. Dude, uh, before we jump into the nitty gritty and everything we want to talk about, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? I've been going to Santa Cruz a lot, and I've been loving it. It's awesome out there. It's a little, man. It's not. We don't have beaches over here like the ones you see in the movies. You know, it's
Oh,
like
like the Southern
dark.
California beaches?
Yeah, over here we got that dark blue water, heavy wind, freaking seals that'll squish you. Yeah, I don't know. I wish it was hotter. I don't get in the water, but I bake. So, what
I
about you, Jill? What have you been up to?
dude, it has been so
You
much.
been?
I'm not gonna
Ooh,
lie to you.
mm.
Um, first
What's
of
what?
first of all, happy 250th birthday to the United States of America.
It's true. How
Yeah,
was your fourth?
the fourth was great. Um,
Fireworks.
a lot of fireworks.
A lot of fireworks.
Yeah, we had a
You
good
know,
time.
not a lot of fireworks in Santa Cruz. I'll tell you that. Watsonville, Scotts Valley, sure. Not not Santa Cruz. I don't know.
Not everybody.
They have this thing against freedom. So,
You are fake news.
but I hightailed it out of there, and I went to Morgan Hill, good old cowboy county, and there's a lot of fireworks there, a lot of flammable stuff over there too, and dude, no mind.
So over here, um, that morning we did this freedom run thing, which was great. It was we had the option of doing 2 miles or 4 miles, and because we had the kids, I decided we're just gonna go two because I don't know how they're gonna do on this run.
Right?
I'm so glad I did because the kids were dragging. The kids were dragging.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't think you could have done the four either with no. I think right now you're deflecting. Okay. I don't. Are we live?
we're
Are we
live.
live?
We're
We're
live.
live.
Absolutely,
Gio,
we're live.
I thought we weren't live, and I thought you'd be able to cut this out, but I already said it, you're deflecting. I don't think you could have done four. You're blaming your kids. That's not fair to your kids and your wife. When I feel like they can't defend themselves, they would have. It could have gone four, and you said, "Hey, honey, remember when I fell? It's my hand is my hand is. I don't know. It's starting to. I don't know. It's like tingly. I think we should stick with the two. But anyways, go on, Jill. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
No, that's how I feel.
look.
A little deflecting.
I no, I can run. I can run a little bit. I run every Wednesday. Oh, yeah. They're asking to turn up the mic a little bit on this end. Rob, let me hear. Let me hear.
Gio, can you put the mic in your mouth, please? Jim, can you can you go ahead and put that thing in your mouth, please?
Put that
Pause.
thing back where it came from. Um, no. Um, so Rob, let me know if you can hear that. Okay. I turn up the mic gain a little bit
You sound better.
on this end. Good. I'm gonna be listening to this tomorrow, and I'm gonna hear myself breathing again. I hear myself breathing sometimes.
Oh,
All right. Rob said it's better. So I run a little bit every Wednesday and Saturday. I try to get 5 miles in. So I am a big fella, but I can run. Um, run is a strong word.
run. Get a good pep. A good pep walk. No, you can run. What's
I don't know, maybe like a
a little two step?
maybe like a 10-minute mile. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
nothing over the top, nothing crazy.
Shoulders
So,
moving.
oh yeah, I
Head
mean,
head in front of knees. Pause.
oh yeah, everything's going. It's exciting. And then every once in a while, I will go to one of my wife's. She does like fitness training. So she'll lead like a whole classroom at the gym, and I'll go to those. And those are tough. Who's that?
I don't know.
Saludos, muchachones. Dang, that's
Saludo,
like
Daniel.
muchachones soy yo. Nah, I do speak Spanish. So, anyways, yeah, we did the run on 4th of July, a couple of miles. That was fun. And then my wife marked me down for cooking tri-tip. I didn't
Okay.
have tri-tip ready. I like
Okay.
I and Costco was closed.
You do know tri-tip takes a while.
Tri-tip takes a while, so I had to go. There's a place called the Meat Market here in town. I went
Okay.
to the Meat
Pause.
Market.
Okay.
uh,
Okay.
Christian,
You
come
like you're at the
on.
meat market. You're looking for meats. Mm-hmm.
Why
Go
are
on.
you gay?
I knew the producers were gonna get me with that.
Go on.
You are gay.
So went to the meat market, got the tri-tip, brought it home, got it all ready, started to smoke it. It came out good.
Okay.
The only thing I wish is that I would have been able to prepare it the night before. That way the
That's a.
salt can get it can brine a
You're
little
talking
bit.
brining.
Yeah,
Mm.
it is what it is.
Okay.
It came out. It
Okay. Well,
came out great, but it could have been better.
you let your family down, but
I did.
we move. We go on.
Yeah,
You salvaged it.
yeah. I got it together.
Come on, Gio.
So got the
When
meat
did she
ready.
hit
Went to
you
my
with
best
that?
friend's house. Went
Did
to
you
my
have enough time to put it to brine it, or were you messing around?
just for a little bit.
Okay.
Just for a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe half an hour.
All right.
No. Couple hours, because
Okay.
I just remembered.
That should be good, Gio. You should be good.
I completely forgot.
Well,
I
salmonella.
got the meat ready and I went to the gym. So it got to brine for about an hour and a half.
Okay. It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
But to me it's not the same as letting it go overnight. Something about
No.
it just makes me feel better.
Yeah.
To let that salt go into the meat. Anyways, after the gym, came home, took a shower, got ready. All while this is going on, the meat is smoking. We're watching the France game. I think it was France. And then went to my best friend's house. Kids were swimming. We did fireworks. I mean, the fireworks were. It must have lasted like 3 hours. It was going forever.
They got some new fireworks. I don't know if they had the new fireworks in Fresno,
Oh, the
but I saw some
colors?
crazy stuff. I saw some bright colors. Pause. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it looked like
I
San
didn't want to.
Francisco. Yeah, it was bright. I shouldn't even say San Francisco. Apparently, it's now Seattle. So no disrespect to Seattle.
What do you mean by that? Am I supposed to take that as disrespect, or what's going on? Am I supposed to defend San Francisco? What are you doing?
Ah, I wasn't referring to
What were
any
you doing?
rainbow
What are you talking about
parades or
NorCal
gay
like
this
that,
or
Joe?
gay that. Nah, had nothing to do
Okay.
with
You sure?
homosexuality.
You sure?
Absolutely not.
I had to stand up for your Castro brothers or something? Hmm.
Yo, so
Well, sorry to cut you off, Jill. Since we're speaking about fireworks, did you see? I guess they were supposed San Francisco. They closed the Golden Gate Bridge from like 9 to 10, 9 through 10, and they're supposed to
what?
have a really sick firework, dude. But the fog crept in, and not visible at all. But unfortunate, dude, because that's nice when you hear that San Francisco's gonna do a little fireworks show, a little some for the 250th. That's
Yeah,
hey, that's San Francisco.
I heard the same thing that the fog ruined it. But I heard that there was a lot of celebrations ruined across the United States. Is
Oh,
that true?
brother, I think so.
That's
I think there's a
unfortunate.
lot of people happy. I think we're doing good for the 250th.
Is China happy? China's happy.
China's happy. Oh, China's real happy. China can have China can pay people to have babies, but you didn't hear that from me. Mm, come
so
on,
so
come on,
um
Supreme Justice.
yeah, we did fireworks. They lasted forever.
Sick.
Um
Did you pop any? You or were you all?
yeah.
Were you sideline watching? I don't pop any
We did
fireworks.
both. I did both. I started helping out and preparing them, setting them up, lighting them up. And probably after about an hour, I was like, I'm gonna sit this one. I'm gonna sit
Yeah.
down and just enjoy
I
it.
didn't-
It was just going on forever.
Uh,
Um,
no, fireworks scare me, dude. I vividly remember going to Rosarito, Baja, California, and I remember the fireworks over there, real legit. You have your turrets, you have your cannons, you have your, all of that. And I remember the vendor us asking the vendor going, how much, like time do you have to like run away or get out of the way? And he was like, oh, well, look at the wick. You have all of that, pretty much. And I'll tell you that it was real deceiving because as soon as we sparked it, I don't know, you could smell the kerosene, right, coming out the wick. As soon as we sparked it, I mean, you couldn't get your head at it out of the way. And yeah, I can't trust anything that, goes boom. No, dude. No way.
I'm distracted by the comments now. Somebody, did I say I was gonna sit on something?
Jill, that's
Oh no! I was gonna sit it out, not sit on fireworks. No, sir.
to just this.
Dude, you know what we used to do when we were kids? Not me and Christian, but what I used to do when I was a kid. Me and my brothers. My brothers were older than me.
You are old.
We live in California. For those that are listening outside of California, and you're probably thinking fireworks like everybody else, all the normal people, these aerial shows. No, we have to light them on the ground, and they stay on the ground. So
Speak for yourself, dude.
hey, we're not gonna put video evidence of
Yeah,
it.
I'm not. But okay, I hear you. We have to put them on the ground.
Yeah, we're supposed to put them on the ground.
We gotta put them on the ground.
So what we used to do is we used to light them up and jump over them. So when they start to like crackle, that those the ones that pop,
Mhm.
those ones are dangerous because those ones will burn your shorts. And so that was a lot of fun when we were kids. I remember doing it when my older son was younger. But when we had the twins, I was like, nah, these are some bad kids. I can't show them this.
Yeah, dude. Well, honestly, son, like a little hood rat activity that I always wanted to participate in was, oh man, have you ever seen people? And I would hear about my cousins. I was just always the younger cousin of on both sides, and I would, yeah, going back and forth with a Roman candle. Oh
Oh
man, that
man.
looks fun, man. I would take people's heads off with a pause with a Roman candle, dude. You guys wouldn't even know. Are you familiar with these Roman candles?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The Roman
I've
candle
never
wars,
even used one.
absolutely.
I've never even popped one. What am I talking about?
Look,
Roman candle?
yeah, I'm old enough to remember the Roman candle wars.
I'll
But
tear.
Christian,
Uh
we
huh.
also had black cats. We had the
Okay.
Roman candles. I mean,
I, I mean,
we
I'm
used to
no.
go to Mexico and get M80s.
Yeah. No, no.
Oh, dude, we used to get these little. I don't.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know what they
dynamite,
call them in Mexico, but they're
dynamite.
like little dynamite sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we used to light them up, which was fun, just lighting them
Mhm.
up and hearing them explode. We used to throw them in trash cans, so it would just like the whole neighborhood would echo and alarms would go off. Um, we used to take the Piccolo Pete's. You remember Piccolo Pete's, right? They
That's
still
what I
sell
say.
them.
I'm more of a Piccolo Pete man.
So
No
those are
stranger to
exciting because
that.
they whistle. They
Yeah.
whistle.
Yeah.
So what you do is you get a hammer. Well, I shouldn't be telling the kids this, but your kids shouldn't be watching prime time, or actually they should. I don't know. So we would get the Piccolo Pete's and go outside with the hammer, and hammer the end of it. So Piccolo Pete's used to have two. We'll mention that. We'll mention that later, producers. We used to have the Piccolo Pete's had two colored powders inside. So what you do is you hammer it, and I think if I get it right, when you first start hammering, it's like an orange powder, and that powder comes out. Then the white powder starts to come out. That's when you stop. That's when you're like, no, 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 save that. Then you put the bottom back on the little,
Uh huh.
um, uh, so you can stand it up. You put it out on the street, and it still whistles. It goes, and then it explodes. Yeah, man, we were out there experimenting
Oh
with
man, that's
fireworks.
chemistry there.
It was a lot of fun.
No, dude. No anything that
And the
that
brown
pops.
stuff, we used to light it up. We used to get it together
Mhm.
and light it up, and it just sparks. Yeah, it's a fast spark
The
though.
the little worms that look like poop or whatever. I think
Oh, the
nowadays
snakes.
the
Hmm.
modern one is like a dog. They show a little dog and it looks like it's getting ready to poop and it comes out. But growing up, they were snakes, right?
Yeah. You know what I used to like when I was younger was they used to have these little tanks, and you
Uh-huh.
light it up. It was like a sparkler, and then it would just like move along the ground. I don't know, things
Gio,
things that excite you when you're a kid.
you as an adult, Gio, I think everything that fireworks represent are, that's why I think I get excited, this time of the year, just because it's like a
Is
lot of
this
these
bald spot here,
places.
Christian?
You're good. They got you, but you're all right.
Uh, nah, that happened when I was like 6 or 7. That was in Mexico. You
That's
know
a
what?
firework.
Take firework safety seriously. You know?
Yeah, but this is the point I was getting to, Gio. It's the whole part of there's everywhere pretty much, fireworks aren't allowed here. Like you said, they need to be on the ground. But still you got San Jose, you have Paul Alto, you have everywhere. We have some strong fireworks going up in there, and you get neighborhoods competing against each other. And I think what screams more American than, even kind of just defying the whole idea of like we're not supposed to be pop. Yeah, maybe some stuff might catch on fire, but if you wet your roof, you should be fine. We all know it's one day out of the year. Come on, let's get it. If it's your house that catches on fire, dude, you haven't fucking you got State Farm, right? They're still here in California. Who's here? Geico's gone. But I love fireworks. I love fireworks,
Yeah.
and I'll be the first one to be outside sweeping up the whatever the little the little remainders in the morning. But
Yeah, I'm a big fan of fireworks myself.
yeah,
I hate them the rest of the year. The
I
neighbors that like will light off a bunch of these aerial shows, hate you too, because uh, you know fire departments keep track of that. I bet you they report it, and you're raising the cost of our home insurance. The other thing is, I don't know about where you live, Christian, but my cities, uh, or county, I should say, they were flying drones.
they were flying. I saw a drone when I got home, and I don't think it was a civilian drone. And I think they're kind of spotting like who's popping these, or they're like these are some sick fireworks. Let me get close.
I doubt it. I doubt it. I was watching, and they had.
I don't
I
like
just
that.
I noticed this plane flying back and forth,
Hmm.
and then I noticed another one, and then I started to really pay attention to it, and I was like, "That's a small plane."
Well,
And I told my buddy, I was like, "Dude, I think those are drones. I bet you they're recording."
small planes.
He goes, "Oh yeah, I was talking with my neighbor. He's in law enforcement. He said that they were going to be flying drones. So yeah, be careful out there." Who
Yeah.
knows? They might
I
not come and get you the day of, but they'll
I
send you a ticket after.
I've seen a pretty cool drone show. I think Japan did a really sick drone show where they celebrated, on July 3rd, our 250th birthday, where they had the Prime Minister and Donald Trump in the sky with a bunch of drones, and it looked cool. Uh,
Yeah.
but I'm not so sure about using it, like giving the cops drones and stuff like that. Like, these are some big drones. These aren't like little,
No,
little,
these are
little
these
drones that you get at
these look
Best
like
Buy.
planes.
Yeah, these are like car-sized drones. I've
These
seen
weren't your
them.
DJIs, Christian.
Yeah, no, I've seen them stuck in trees before on my like at 4 in the morning. Who God knows what they were up to, right? To get a drone stuck in a tree on the freeway. I've seen them, set up shop. I've seen them. Yeah, it's not good. Now, since we're talking about a little bit of, Big Brother, what do you know about Flock, Gio? What's going on with this Flock stuff? Do you got Flock over there? Waka,
Flocka.
waka.
Nah,
we gotta
nah.
get that.
I've heard of flock.
Flock.
I'm not too sure
People
exactly what it is. That's that AI camera stuff, right?
Well, I just want to know, Gio. I just want to know because I'm kind of. I just bought this really good sawzall, a DeWalt sawzall, $300. Um, and I'm ready to militia up, dude. Go get some of these flock machines down because, you know what I heard? I heard some police stations or police, places, uh, were using it to stalk, some lovers and use it for not so
Whoa,
which it is solving some cases, it is finding
whoa!
murders, it is,
Never ever.
but there is some tomfoolery going
Are you
on with the
claiming
flock
that
cameras.
law enforcement is using law enforcement
I'm
tools
saying not the
to
good
spy on
ones.
their on
That's-
their significant others?
I'm saying not the good ones, and I'm saying they're not even significant. I'm
Spy on
just
women.
I'm
Women, 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 women.
I'm not gay no more. Women. That's all I'm
Yo,
saying, dude. So,
I
I
don't know
like I
anything
said,
about it. You know
get your
what?
sawzalls.
You know what I do know about though, Christian.
Okay. What
I
you
do know. Last week we announced the day of that the Supreme Court has allowed or disallowed, I should say, they have canceled Donald Trump's attempt to outlaw birthright citizenship.
Yeah, why they do that?
Do you remember we talked about
I
that
think we
last
talked
week?
about it a little bit, but why did they
We
do
talked
that
about it
again?
a little bit. Well, I put a clip out about it. I did, and you know what? I wasn't political at all in it. I was just telling people what happened, and everybody lost their minds,
You
Christian.
just told them what happened.
Everybody lost their minds. Everybody was like, "You,
You can't be telling
you're
people what
wrong.
just happened.
You're wrong. The Supreme Court made the wrong decision.
Mhm.
You need to go back and read the 14th Amendment." And
Are
I'm
they
just
mad
like,
at me or
"Oh,
are they mad at you? They're mad at you.
I don't get it, dude. I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know. They were
As long as they're mad at you.
I felt like I was getting dragged through the mud in the comments.
You shouldn't be telling them what
I'm
happened.
an idiot.
They're not ready. You look at you telling people
Look,
what happened.
first of all, the Supreme so in case you don't know, the Supreme Court ruled that Donald Trump, who was trying to get rid of birthright citizenship, it was unconstitutional. Right? Um, they were trying to use the words of the 14th Amendment and claimed that it was written in respects to slaves. Might be true, might not be true. I don't know. But here's what the Supreme Court said. They ruled that it wasn't. It wasn't aimed at slaves. They specifically came out and said that it was written what was it? What's the right wording here, Christian? It wasn't specific on purpose, right? So that's what they said,
Okay.
not myself.
What do you?
Don't
What does
come
Gio
after
say?
me. Don't come after me for telling you guys what happened.
I forgot. Yeah.
And I had one person say, no, it was a 5-3 ruling, and I'm like, dude, it no, or 5 6-3, and I think I said 5-4. No, they said it was 5-4, and I said
Mhm.
it was 6-3, and I'm like, look, when the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, Fox News, they all report 6-3. It's 6-3. I
Mm.
mean, look, it is what it is.
Just call it rigged and keep going. Keep it pushing.
I, Gio, reportero. I don't understand why people get upset. You know, when I just bring the news. Christian, there's times where I'll put bias in a clip, and
Get nasty.
people love it. They love it when I'm biased. But when I just say what it is and just report to you guys like this happened, they get so mad,
Well, I hope
dude.
you learned your lesson and you don't tell it how it is anymore. And you
I
just,
guess I gotta be biased.
you better.
I gotta choose one side or the other.
Don't ruin.
I gotta be either super right wing Republican
Don't ruin
or
this for us now, Gio.
super liberal out there crying with purple or blue hair
Don't.
and the piercings like are like here
Oh, girls
and
and trans kids in
and the
sports.
like the bull nose
Uh
piercing
huh.
and the big zero
Hmm.
earring piercings, and I talk this, you know, and do my reporting like
I,
this.
I think now you're coming after a culture, but go on.
Look, Christian, maybe it is culture.
Okay.
And it's nothing against the homosexual culture.
Is that what you call them nowadays?
No, it's not. No, but in all seriousness, I mean, when I report something that's, I try to be as non-biased as possible, and they come after me. It's like, come on, you guys. So I told them, I went on there. I was like, look, if I made you mad, tune in tonight. Tune in
But
tonight.
but
Continue to suck it. Suck it.
but did you tell them, Gio, that you're just worried that the Chinese are buying
I don't
surrogates
look if the
and
Chinese are buying
having
surrogates
American Chinese
and
babies?
sending them back over when they're older so they can run
I
for
think they're doing terrorist attacks now, Gio.
for
Chinese
governor. I don't
or mayor of a Southern California town. What town was that? Arcadia?
Oh, no, that was
Yeah, it was
one of the
Arcadia. No?
no, they weren't. Was it, was she a spy or was it
I think
the
she was spying out.
Yeah, you're right. I
And
think
it wasn't Fang Fang. Okay?
no. This was
This is
they
an
found out that
Arcadian mayor. I'm pretty sure. Rob Lucero, fact check us on that, please. Go ahead, fact check us on that, Rob Lucero, if you're listening. I
dude,
think it was.
the other thing is
Mhm,
like these scientists from China that will come over on these visas to go to school,
mhm.
and they go into our laboratories at our universities and they steal our information, dude. They steal our information. But
They-
dude,
they're hitting us with the old Trojan horse.
yeah. I will help. I will help you.
Oh, Mister
I will help you.
Hello, Mr. Swalwell. Can you give me the codes to the nuclear power pumps, please? Please?
Please.
No, Fang Fang.
I will help you.
All right, Joe. That's enough of
And
that. Let's make it first before.
if I'm gonna get canceled, I want to get canceled
I'm just
before
saying.
I get famous.
I mean, let's make it clear. We're making fun of the spies, right?
Yeah.
We're just making fun of the
Absolutely.
spies.
I
Just
am
the
not
spies.
making fun of any
American.
Mexicans,
American ones.
Orientals,
Don't.
Africans.
Speak of Orient. Do you know Japan gave us some more trees? Cherry blossoms.
Oh, okay. I thought
I
you were
think
talking about
there's
something else when you said trees. I was like,
no,
wow, don't we grow
no,
our own here?
Jay, I think there's a cool story. Unless, dude, Chat GBT got me again, and it was just some fake stuff on Twitter. But apparently, back in 1910, Japan gave us some cherry blossoms, and a president had to burn it, and they were scared about the relations and how it seemed. And then, um, Yeah, somehow or another during the World War II, Japan's cherry blossoms or something. This might be a rumor, dude. I'm spreading misinformation, but supposedly when World War II happened, their trees they weren't managed as well, and they had a lot of dead trees, and we gave them some of the ones that they gave us to replace the ones we burnt. Um, and these most recent trees that they gave us, um are kind of spawn from those 2 sets of trees or 3 sets of trees. So, that's crazy, huh? Japan number 1, hell yeah. Good old
That's
cherry tree.
insane. Uh, are we able to get any of these? Because I know the cherry blossoms are expensive.
I'm not sure, man,
Probably
but
from the
these are
nuclear
some beautiful trees.
um, dude, did you probably didn't watch Gavin Newsom's. First of all, did you watch Donald Trump's speech on 4th of July?
Um, I saw the part where he said, "You can be loyal to Karl Marx, or you can be loyal to America. You can either be a communist or you are a patriot. You cannot be both." I think I could be both. No, I'm kidding. I don't want. I don't want to be both, dude. I don't want to be both. We gotta get rid of these unions as soon as we can. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So Gavin Newsom responded.
Okay.
Did you watch that one?
N- Um. Uh. Unless again, AI got me. Did he say anybody that works with Trump will be sued or something like that? Something about kissing dudes? I don't know.
Yeah.
Gosh, that guy.
He did. He was talking
Okay,
about
well,
kissing dudes.
tell me about it, Jay. What's going on? What are they two? What are the two beefing about?
So first of all, Donald Trump and Gavin Newsom have been in this little proxy war.
I think Newsom just has to go on Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's gotta just invite him on, dude, and just eat him up. Pause.
Um. So Gavin Newsom is
Gavin Newsom doesn't even
first
know what
of all,
APAC is, dude.
first of all he went after the MAGA sheriff, right? And he calls out the MAGA sheriff for election fraud, for going in and taking ballots from the citizens who have voted. All right, all right, Gavin Newsom, I gotta call you out. You're a liar. Okay, you're a big fat liar. You're a piece of crap, and I think you're gay.
Who? Rosie O'Donnell?
No, Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
he's got gay face. Has anybody noticed that about him?
I think if it looks a little stretched back, if that's what you're trying to, looks like somebody's pulling it back.
I don't know. He's got gay
Okay,
face.
gay
Uh,
face.
so the guy comes out and he's claiming that Chad Bianco's out there stealing the ballots.
Oh fuck, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
He's coming after our boy.
yeah, he is, and
Why is he coming after Bianco?
because he picked up those ballots. Remember, we talked about the ballots many times,
Uh
Christian.
huh.
So Riverside, they
Riverside.
had a private group that goes and looks into these things, and they keep track of how many ballots have gone through. They reported that there's about 45,000 more votes than there were ballots. Right? That's a big number, 45,000. And the registrar's office is like, no. It's maybe like 300. For me, 300 is like, whoa, that's a red flag. 300 is a lot. So, but when they go from 300 to 4,500 or 45,000, that's a major problem. I don't know what you got to do. You got to go get a warrant signed off, and you got to go count the ballots. Like, I don't care what the results were. If the results were just so happened to be like, Overwhelmingly, yes on Prop 50. Oh, God. Wow. Who cares? If it turns out overwhelmingly no on Prop 50, I don't know. That's not what I'm hoping for. All I care about at this point is, are the numbers that were reported to the state different from the number of ballots that there are? Right? Is there a 45,000 vote discrepancy? Not yes, not no. Don't care if it's yes or no. Just count the total votes. Okay. If it is so, if it's more than 1,000, that's a problem for me. If it's 45,000, oh my God, it's a can of worms. Huge problem. Massive problem. And where's that? Where else is this happening? Christian, where else is it happening?
Not over here. You keep your investigators over
I mean,
there.
Proposition 51 in Riverside County by like 80,000 votes. So
Mm.
45,000 is not going to make that big of a difference. You take 45,000 away, it's not going to make that big of a difference.
But that's a huge margin to to cheat
Oh
by.
my God, 45,000 votes is a lot of votes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's just think about this. What did
I think
what
I
did
had
Spencer Pratt lose
45,000.
by? What did Spencer Pratt lose by?
Mm.
I don't know. I'm not
I don't
getting
know.
in. I don't want to get into
I
the
don't know.
weeds here. I don't want to throw accusations around. I don't want to say that there was cheating going on in the primaries. That's not what I'm about. All
Of
I'm
course,
saying is,
obviously.
hey,
Wait a minute.
45,000 votes.
What?
More votes than there were ballots? Are there ballots that count as 2?
Yeah.
Is it like, do we have ballots in Riverside that are like couples ballots?
I think a lot of people are like, 2 dogs are voting. I think we got to give it a go. I think we got to. Hey, Foxy.
Can we, if this is a joint ballot, what is it called when you file your taxes? Joint taxes?
Yeah.
This is a
Foxy
joint
Rivera.
ballot.
Yeah.
Dude, so he's trying to go after Gavin Newsom, or Gavin Newsom is trying to go after Chad Bianco. And then he's throwing words out there like he's a threat to democracy, and he's taking the anybody who tries to commit voter fraud before the election has been certified. Oh, Gavin Newsom, you should just shut the hell up, and let me explain to you why you need to shut your mouth at this point. Because Proposition 50 we are well beyond the certification of the vote. At this point, the ballots, we are at a point where we can destroy the ballots now, right? I mean, the vote is certified. What do you need the ballots for? Okay, so if the sheriff has them and he's going to count them, just to make sure that there's not a 45,000 vote
Just gonna
discrepancy.
check, dude. He's just gonna check.
Not that big of a deal.
Not big.
Go ahead.
It's no biggie, dude.
If I'm the governor, I'm like, Chad Bianco, please, by all means,
You're only gonna
make sure
find.
that there's nothing funny going on, because we have a governor's election coming up. Not only that, might be in your interest too. Or like, are you gonna run for sheriff again? Might be in your interest if your county is a mess by 45,000 votes. That might be in your interest to double check. Or if you don't run again, whoever takes over 45,000 votes could hand it over to the wrong person. Go ahead. Go look into it. Make sure that there's no funny business. Psych.
Chad Bianco could come out and say, "We found 43,000 votes," and they'll be like, "Well, you didn't find 45, so we
Well-
knew you were lying."
See? Fact check false.
Yeah.
There was no voter fraud going on, because you
Way to
said
go,
there was
dumbass! You said
45,800.
45,000.
You said there was 45,800 votes that were not counted, and it was only 43,000.
Joke's on
Therefore, fact check false.
Yeah.
Fact check false. We move on.
Next time, aim for the head.
Fact check false. We move on. I mean, it seems like that here in California, doesn't it? It just seems like we don't. And oh, here's the next thing on Gavin Newsom. Did you know that Gavin Newsom has made some changes between him and this board that he seemed to make up to take away powers from the California State Superintendent?
What?
Do you know who that? Do you know who happens to be running for California Superintendent? California State Superintendent?
Who?
We have endorsed a woman out of the Chino Unified School District named Sonia Shaw,
Oh.
right? She just happened to get she just moved on from the primary to the general election.
Wow.
She beat every Republican, multiple Democrats, all but one Democrat, that she didn't. Well, she actually did beat that person, but she didn't get the 51% vote that would have just given her the office. But she won by a landslide over everybody. She is a conservative. Okay, I'm just giving you the backstory here. Okay, before I start throwing out accusations, I want you to know who Sonia Shaw is. Sonia Shaw is a mother, right? She is a mom who, you know, she saw some things going on at her kid's school that she didn't like. She's been on the show a couple times, told her story. I highly recommend you go back and rewatch those. Okay. Both of the episodes, I believe, were before she was running. So you might feel like, oh, it's less pressure because she's able to say these things. So she has challenged the school districts. She actually was part of the school board in Chino, um, standing up for parental rights, standing up against the transgender athletes that were going up against girls in school. I am personally, I don't like that. I don't like boys in girls sports. You know, you might say, Gio, why? They're just kids. It's just a teenager. I mean, the boy is 14 years old. What difference does it make that he was born with testicles? He says he's a girl. He should be able to play girls' volleyball. He should be able to run track with the girls. Well,
Your Adam's apple says other.
no, Christian, you know what?
Oh,
I
sorry.
am biased
Okay.
because I have a daughter.
Right.
She's not there yet. She's not in high school. She's not in those sports yet. Does she play sports? Yes, but right now she's at an age where it's because I make her. When she gets to that point, she'll be third grade next year. I think that's really when the sports start. But where this might affect her is might be middle school, might be high school. But we have to deal with boys going up against our daughters. I don't want to. Don't think that I'm gonna go out there and attack a young boy, an
Little
underage.
trans. You're gonna hurt a little trans kid.
Okay, just because he's got little tight shorts on and a tight shirt, and he's got makeup on and long hair.
He's still a man, is
I'm
what you're
not gonna
saying.
go up to a little boy. I'm not gonna harass him because, do unto others as you want done unto you, right? Like
Okay.
if I had a son who was confused, had mental issues, gender dysphoria, I wouldn't want somebody going up to him and giving him a hard time.
Okay. But
With that said,
she just spiked on your daughter.
I also
Yeah.
don't want my son out there wearing tight little shorts where you can see his mantle toe. Out.
You're worried about what the trans kids are wearing. Okay. Tight stuff. No, for trans kids. Obviously.
I don't want my son beating on little girls,
Right?
right?
You
Oh God. I don't want I just don't want that. And
don't want to see it.
I don't
You're
want to see
disgusted.
I don't
It's
want to see
nasty.
your little sons
Ugh.
out there with genders dysphoria beating on my daughter.
So what do you? Okay, Gio. So that it
So
is crazy. I agree.
all those words, right? All those words. I got to go back to the Sonya Shaw.
Yeah, clear it up because you
Well, she's out. I mean, she stands up for girls. I mean,
right. You
she's.
have to. We all should. I think that's our job as men to do so. Imagine.
Look. We've called out this guy in Southern California, that is running for school board against Dr. K, who is like Sonya Shaw, stands up against these issues where we have boys trying to go in girl sports. I mean, it's just common sense. We don't want your sons beating on our daughters, right? Like if you got a problem with that, let's put the gloves.
Ah.
Let's go bare knuckle.
Ah,
I'm gonna
oh,
beat your ass.
I bet
If you want your son to beat
wanna
on my
go bare
daughter,
knuckle?
I'm gonna beat your ass. All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna be out there. It's gonna be problems because I can't do nothing to your son. That's underage. I don't want to do that. But if you allow your son, who's confused, to beat on my daughter,
You're gonna get slammed.
oh,
It's
on.
SummerSlam.
And if I end up in cuffs, I'm sure
Or
there's
hell
gonna
in-
be plenty of people in California that are gonna be like, wait a minute, let's raise some money to get this man bailed out. I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, we're gonna get a little hell in the cell match going
Obviously,
on.
I'm joking. I'm not trying to go out there and beat on nobody.
No, but
I'm
on
a big fella.
Gio, on a serious note,
It's
what do
not
you-
gonna
what-
be pretty.
You sign up your kids for sports, and there's a trans kid, on the other team. Do you get up and leave all leagues, or do you say, "Hey, you're just not gonna play that team when that happens"? And because Gio, well, okay, if that kid is on another team, you're gonna see the parents of that trans kid rooting for that trans kid when that trans kid is spiking. Gio, these trans parents are gonna be in your face going, "How about your daughter just bulk? How about your son just bulks up a little bit?"
What?
Oh, no,
How
Gio.
about my daughter just bulk up a little bit?
How about yeah? How about
she
ju-
just run a little faster to be able to compete with your
Don't get
son
mad.
who's genetically just
Don't get mad at my 6'2" Jack's son daughter playing softball with you
It's
guys.
not my fault that my daughter has bigger muscles than your daughter.
Yeah, dude. I think that's crazy.
It's not my fault your daughter doesn't have an Adam's apple.
But no,
like
seriously,
my daughter.
Seriously, what do you do? I think you do. I think you do have to go to the extreme, Gio, and you do have to leave that league, dude. You can't entertain that stuff, Gio. It happens time and time again. We've seen it in college games.
No,
We've seen it
you
in
know what,
professional. No,
Christian?
Gio. Seriously, you entertain another a man playing on the opposite team, and you go up there like rah rah rah, we're gonna beat them, and you get spiked. We
It's a
saw what the guy in San Jose did to these women, these dumb women.
There's a lot of things that I butt heads with our president on. Okay, I don't fall in line with it. There's a lot of things that I like. I would probably say the majority of the decisions that he makes, I am in agreement with. There's a lot of things that I disagree with. See, I'm not one of these MAGA people that just falls in line and goes, "Oh my God, Trump, yeah, jizz on me. I'll take it all." No, not me.
Yo,
Not me. I'm America first, baby. But there's one thing I do agree with. Boys don't belong in girl sports. Okay? Defund California if they're not willing to stand up for our daughters.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
A lot of people are just like, "Whoa, what the hell? Hey, get the kids out of the room. Get the kids out of the room."
No, dude, we can't. They're hurting. They're hurting our women, dude. They're hurting our kids. They're hurting. Yeah, man. I wouldn't. Yeah, man. I don't. To be honest, the other day we were watching UFC with my little brother, and it was two ladies fighting on UFC, and my brother kind of looked away, and he kind of started like, "I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it." And we're like, "What the hell? You were just watching the other fights." And he said, "Yeah, but those are two mommies fighting. You know, those are two like not mommies like Miami mommies, but like that's somebody's mom fighting with somebody else's mom. That was going on in his eyes, and he was like, that shouldn't be happening. And I was like, maybe that maybe they shouldn't be happening, but these are modern times, I guess. But yeah, dude, I get it. Do you understand where my little brother's coming from when he said those are two moms? I think there's better stuff for them to be doing. That sounds nasty. I don't want to sound like a nasty person. He said it. Be mad at my little brother. Don't be mad at me. I don't think like that at all. You want to fight? You can fight other mommies. But for a quick second, it made sense to me. Mommies should not be fighting other mommies. So
Look,
definitely don't want a
let
dude fighting a mommy.
here's the reality, Christian, because there's a lot of people out there that will be like, man, these Latino Free Minds guys, they want to go out there and beat up trans people's
I
parents.
you do. I don't, dude. You
They
said you
want
see.
Donald Trump to jizz on them.
There better not be no trans kids in the shorts, dude, that walk in front of you, dude. It's gonna be like a black cat.
Look,
You're gonna have to choke it, dude.
we're a couple funny
Squish
guys.
him.
We like to joke a little bit,
We're just
but
joking,
here's the
dude.
reality:
We're talking about the Chinese spies, the
get
trans
your son,
Chinese spies.
get your son out of the sports. If he must play sports, have a man up, or woman up,
I
go
think,
play with the other children that have testicles and a penis.
but Gio,
Have them play with the boys.
you think
Okay?
you think you're talking to another steady-headed steady-headed parent. They already allow their child to turn trans. They're far gone. They're not gonna make sense of what you're telling them. That's why I'm saying you can't entertain it. You can't entertain it. You gotta get your kid and you gotta get up and you gotta close up shop and find another league. Find a Christian league. There's that, dude. If
Well,
there's Christian mingle, there's Christian
here's the thing,
baseball.
Christian. I mean, if it's a league, absolutely.
Right.
Close up shop, move. Just move.
Mhm.
But if it's a school, if it's schools that are allowing this, first of all, Donald Trump, if you're listening, if you're like, God,
Yeah,
these
yeah.
guys are hilarious. I
Comment
want to
the
watch this
schools.
whole episode. Look here, Trump. Here's the idea. Create a website. Like you got your little Trump RX, right?
You better not say make a list.
You like making these websites.
You better not say make a list.
Make a website. Call
Okay.
it get your freaking sons out of my daughter's sports.com. Right? All it is, state, school district, and then have like a little comment box underneath where they can put in the details, right? But you're only allowed 180 characters. Like let's not get too crazy here. Make the website so people can go report it there. Get your sons out of our daughter's freaking daughter's sports.com and let them report it. And then for these states that have too many reports, if they're substantiated, you defund them. That's the only way you're going to get states like California to have a little bit of common sense and go, wait a minute, guys. We don't have enough sense to get the boys out of the girl sports, but we do have enough sense to know that we need federal funding to continue with this education game, right? The unions called. The unions called and they said that the administrators need their money. So we're going to need to take these boys out of the girls' sports, right? And Trump also said to get the tampons out of the bathrooms.
It's just the rules, Gio, right? Rules. And it's like we get backed up into a corner and it's like, all right, now we have to make a rule, because we have all these immigrants or whatever, and they're not listening to the sidewalks or the rules of the road. So now we really got to enforce these rules. And it's the same over here. What about co-ed, Gio? I coached a bunch of sports that were co-ed, and these kids know how to play together when it's boys and girls.
Oh yeah,
Do
the boys they step it down a little bit.
and
They're
they
not as
showed
crazy.
no, it's a teaching moment where
The
they
respect thing.
kind of show each other. You know, they kind of know how to. And again, co-ed isn't about letting enough guys or monitoring how many boys are on the team or whatever. It's a nice thing when you see boys and girls playing together. Obviously, that's not going to be in the more um when it gets more competitive,
Yeah.
right? There is no real co-ed competitive. I'm sure there is, right? But we once we start talking competitive, that's where the real fangs need to come out and go, all right, we do kind of have to make a rule, and it's X and X, yes, X and Y over here, and keep to each his own.
Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah.
so yeah, no, you're right. I
Rules are
mean,
scary. Too many. We gotta make. Do we have to make a rule for this, or can we
I
just all as a community go? That's not cool.
yeah, no,
I saw how your daughter just spiked on my. Yeah, I'll call her daughter. I saw how your son spiked on my real daughter. No, I don't mean nothing by real daughter. I saw how, and I didn't like that.
hey, are you the parents of the girl with testicles over there?
Yeah, they're
Um
hanging off her tight shorts. Gio, stop with the clothes. Yeah, man, it's something to talk about. But yeah, shout out
No,
Sonia Shaw. Shout out
I want to
Shaw.
roll back to Sonia Shaw because we kind of went off on a major tangent there.
Well, yeah, dude, it's because there's so
Sonia
many,
Shaw
Gio.
is running for a California state superintendent, and these are the kind of things that she's gonna have to deal with, right? Because these are the things that our school boards have to deal with. Well, the state stepped in. Gavin Newsom stepped in. Ep.189. If you haven't heard of it, look into it. It is the Education Governance, State Board of Education, Superintendent of Public Instruction, Education Commissioner, State Department of Education, transfer of duties. And do you know where those transfers of where the transfer of duties goes to? Right
China,
now, it's Tony Thurmond in charge, right?
Thurman.
Tony Thurmond sucks. He is the current superintendent of public instruction in California. The guy blows. Okay,
Coconuts.
I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm not gonna be soft about it. He sucks. Okay, the guy needs to be fired. Well, there's somebody running right now that can make all the difference in the world. Her name is Sonia Shaw. She can really turn things around for California. She can go in and look at the public instruction and say, well, first of all, STEM, okay? STEM, not STEAM, okay? Not STEAM, STEM, okay? For you baristas out there that are insistent that California needs to spend all the money in the world to include arts and education. Arts is great. Okay, I do love arts, but
Arts are cool.
it's just not a priority in my mind for funding. Okay, where do we need to focus on here in California? STEM. Okay, science,
Science,
technology,
technology,
engineering,
engineering,
mechanics.
mechanics.
Not arts. Arts is cool.
No arts.
We
No
can we
arts.
can give a little money to arts, right?
Mm.
But to go like Tony Thurmond, like a little softy, okay? Because I didn't want to say faggot. To go in like a little softy and be like, oh yeah, STEAM is so important. Get that the hell out of here, okay? We are about STEM. That's where we should be focusing. And I hope that when Sonia Shaw wins and the um, citizens of California have spoken up to their council members and been like, hey, what is this crap that you want to take away the duties of education? You want to take that away from this position? Why? Because Democrats have been in this position and you failed over and over and over again, just like you fail at being governor, just like you fail at being treasurer, just like you fail at these elections, the election integrity, just like you fail in everything, Democrats of California. Yeah, I said it. You suck. But the citizens want to continue giving you power, right? So now you see, Sonia Shaw is probably going to get elected because she won overwhelmingly in the primary. If she goes up against your little candidate and she destroys them, which it is probable. Here's the thing that you don't realize, Democrats. All it takes is for parents to go, oh, who's running? What does the California State Superintendent of Education do? Look into it. Okay, well, who's running? Who is Sonia Shaw? She's standing up for what? Hell yeah, I'm going to vote for her. That's all it takes is for somebody to go out and get educated. So what is it? Is it that you fear that people are going to get educated? So you got this guy right now that runs it, Tony Thurman, right?
Thurman.
And he sucks. He really does. He's terrible at his job. People before him have sucked. And California ranks well below average of all the other states of the nation. We suck. I mean, we are failing our kids.
Hey, Gio,
Hey, the results came in. We suck. And we pay more than, you know how much we spend on education? Let's just pretend that Gio and Christian and Daniel and Danny and everybody at Lead, let's just pretend that they're uninformed and they don't know that all that money goes to administrators. All that money gets funneled to the unions. Let's just pretend that we don't know that. We just see the amount of money that California spends, and it's way too damn much.
Yeah.
But you continue to fail, and we're going to say, hey, all that money that we have spent, we're not doing well. So what we need to do is take the power away from the superintendent and give it to the governor, who also sucks. Gavin Newsom sucks. Where's all our money? Look at how much we spent on homelessness. He can't explain to you where that money's gone. Maybe he can. Maybe he just won't. So what's going to happen? You're going to give him the power for our education, and suddenly we start not knowing where our money's going in education? So, yeah, it was voted on. It's going to pass. That power will be transferred over to the governor by 2027. So even if Sonia Shaw wins, that power that she would have had to make a difference will be gone.
Ooh, they're sneaky, huh? They're nasty.
Absolutely, they're sneaky. Why didn't they do this 2 years ago? Right? Why did California spend all the money so that we have another superintendent that runs? Because this broad Patel that wrote this bill from San Diego, this broad, who's more than welcome to come on to Latino Free Minds and challenge us on it and explain that her stupid ass idea is worth the weight that of the paper that it's printed on. Right? Yeah. Thanks, Rob. So I'm looking at this bill here, and there's a couple of people I want to call out. And and look, if you're watching, or if you're watching and you know them, or if these two people are watching, just know this information, it will leave this podcast, because I understand that not a lot of people will sit down and watch an hour-long podcast, but you know what they will watch are the little 2-3 minute clips that we put up on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. They will be watching it. So I will say your name here, and they will be repeated again in the clips, because I will be calling you out. Because you're a piece of crap. You're seriously, you're a piece of garbage for voting yay on this, okay? You need to explain yourself. Maybe you don't know that the ayes means yes, that you're voting to take away the power, right? First of all, Wallace, you will be getting called out. Republican representative.
Wallace, you dumbass.
Assemblyman Wallace. Second one, okay? We've called you out before, right? Because you chose to choose the opponent going up against Dr. K. And yeah, you know what? We've had messages saying, "Oh, that's his cousin." They're friends. They're both Marines or they're veterans. Cool, you're both veterans, but you're going up against the opponent, against Dr. K. And to me, Dr. K, um, he's just as brave as Sonia Shah. He's doing a lot of good things for the Temecula Valley Unified School District. You want to go for his opponent who is out there and saying, "Hey, we're tired of these attacks on the transgender kids." Look, nobody wants to attack transgender kids. They just don't belong in our sports.
I think you're trying to attack trans. Yeah,
No, no, no,
I
no.
think
I
he's
might.
protecting them from you. G. He's
What does?
protecting transism from you, Gio.
Why do you
You're
want to
mad.
sexualize our children? Because you're doing it. Because you want to sexualize our children, you piece of crap. Yeah, I hope you lose. I hope you lose by a lot, you piece of shit. No, I'm joking. I'm sure you're a stand-up person. It's just that there's things that we don't agree with. But this other guy, Jeff Gonzalez, I am not the type of person that thinks you need to vote in line with your party. There are things that you need to stand up for. This particular one of taking the power away from the superintendent when Sonia Shah has a good chance to win, as long as we help people get informed, she has a very damn good chance to win. You're taking the power away before she even gets the position. And you're giving it to who? I mean, if you're a Democrat or Republican, okay, let's just think of it like that. If you're a Republican and Steve Hilton wins, this might not be that big of a deal for you. But if you live in the world of statistics and you know that in California, for at least the last 3 elections, 4, I believe, Republicans have been demolished by the Democrats, 60% to 40%. It's just a statistic that's hard to look past, and there's a good possibility that unless there's something dramatic, something drastic, something big happens in the news. And Californians aren't stupid enough to forget, because let's look at the city of Los Angeles. For some reason, they've voted to bring Bass back. We are idiots. Unless something drastic happens, Becerra will win. He will be our next governor. So you're going to give the power to control our children's education to the man that was in control of the Department of the HHS, Health and Human Services. I think he's failed kids enough. Don't you guys think that he's failed kids enough? Come on. We're so stupid. Jeff Gonzalez, how could you vote in favor of handing this power over to the Democrats?
Way to go, Jeff.
Way to go, Jeff. I mean, it's been in the power of Democrats for a long time. But to say, you know what? Let's take that power and give it to the governor, because the governor doesn't have enough power. We all saw during COVID, he didn't have enough power. When the state shut down and we all had to wear masks and schools were closed for weeks, and we couldn't go to restaurants, and we had to wear stupid diapers on our face at the grocery store, and people were, we all remember. We were all there. The governor didn't have enough power. Gavin Newsom he needs more. So let's give him the power over our children's education. Yeah, Jeff Gonzalez. Big mistake. Big mistake. I don't know. Maybe you went to the bathroom. Maybe you went to go take a dump. And you came back and they were like, "Hey, Jeff, you know what we're talking about?" Yeah. And what do you think? Yeah. Hey, whatever the excuse is, you got to come and explain it, because it just doesn't make sense to us. It doesn't make sense to us. I mean, It's just over and over. We are failing our kids in California. And I say we in plural because we, I don't do this. I don't vote for this. But we as a whole continue to vote for people like Scott Wiener up in the Bay Area. And man, it's so disappointing. It's so disappointing that we let our kids down on so many fronts. I mean, we have kids that can go to school. Your daughter, maybe you have a teenage daughter, 12 years old. I'm about to get in your mind. And I'm really sorry. But I need you to get emotional here. Your 12-year-old daughter, she had sex with her boyfriend. Damn it. You raised her right. You told her not to do that. Maybe you took her to church every Sunday. Every Wednesday you took her to discipleship or Bible study. I mean, you did such a good job as a parent. But the flesh is the flesh, and your daughter's boyfriend, he's 13 and he gets boners and he somehow convinced your 12-year-old daughter to go and have sex. And he gets her pregnant. Okay. This is devastating. I know. You're emotional right now. Well, your daughter doesn't want you to know. She finds out from her friend. Hey, go talk to the counselor. I know it's going to be hard, but if you tell her, the counselor can set you up to go make an appointment and have an abortion. They won't tell your parents. Oh, is that a thing? Yeah, it is a thing. Yeah, absolutely. The school can set up for your daughter to go have an abortion without you even knowing that your daughter is sexually active. You'll never know. No, the school will never tell you. They made the appointment during first period. By sixth period, your daughter's back at school. When you go to pick her up and you're like, how was your day? And she's quiet and she's emotional for weeks on end. You don't know what's going on. You think it's the hormones? No, your daughter's grieving and you'll never know. Yeah, that can happen here in California. Absolutely. It's legal. Your daughter can have an abortion set up by the school and you'll never know. And the state pays for it. It's completely legal. Your kid is feeling like he is not a boy and he wants to go get his little gender changing pills. Yeah, the school can arrange for that too. They don't need to tell you about it. They don't need to tell you that your son is going through something. Hey, if the school didn't get involved, maybe in a couple years, your son would have been like, hey, you know what? I was just confused. It was the TikTok videos. I'm just gay. Not me. Not Gio. I'm talking about your kid, your son. Your son is just gay. And you know what? You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out together. Psych. School didn't tell you about it. They helped your son get the gender pills. Now your son's, he's already going through all these hormones. He's already going through these challenging things. You lived through it, man or woman. You remember living through those issues, right? Well, now he's putting chemicals in his body. It's messing him up even more. And the state totally allows it. It's totally allow the schools to do this, all behind your back. Wake up, California. This is the stuff that you voted for. We voted for as a state. I voted against it personally, but because you voted in the majority, this is the stuff that we have to live with. I don't know, Christian. I just don't know.
It's a dark world out there. Scary one.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what, Christian? If at any point while you were in high school, you thought that you wanted to be a girl, This wasn't possible when you were in high school, Christian. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put that on you, Christian.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't something normal. As normalized. If there's if
Look,
it's anything.
here's the thing, Christian. Because last week we talked about Scott Wiener getting held up at that restaurant. Remember? And the guy was like, "Say it." What was he trying to get him to say?
I think he was trying to get him to say free Palestine.
Free Palestine. Hey, to the guy that was trying to convince Scott
I
Wiener
would have
to
said
say
it.
free Palestine,
I would have said it. Those guys look scary.
you need to get informed. Okay? I feel for those kids in Palestine, right? The Israeli government is wrong for what they're doing. And I get it. We have a lot I know that we have a lot of people that are gonna get offended by me saying that. That's just that's my belief. I think it to be true. That doesn't matter to what I'm about to say next. You need to get informed because while that is going on in Palestine, here in California, that guy that you're yelling at is attacking our children. Hey, how about instead of free Palestine? Because there's a lot of conflict going on in the world. It's not just Palestine. There's genocides going on in Africa. And for some reason we're just not aware of it or we don't care about it. I don't know. That's not what I'm worried about right now. What I'm worried about right now is the attack on our children here in California. How about instead of free Palestine, how about free the children? How about free the parents and their parental rights? Give them their freedom back. Give them their parental rights back.
Well, I think something that you're glossing over, Gio, is the person that's telling them to scream free Palestine is also a trans. So
Oh, was that a thing?
it's the two videos that I've seen where two separate people are yelling at him trying to say free Palestine are trans themselves. So again, that guy has done wonders for those people. He's made it legal for you to sleep with 17-year-olds, for a gay person to sleep with a 17-year-old boy, underage kids. That's him, and that's still not woke enough. They still want him to go further than that. So, you'll never eat. It's that snake that eats itself.
It is an
So,
attack on our children, Christian. And I know that while you don't have children now, you have younger siblings. I know that in the future, you and BBG, you hope to have children. We need to get this fixed. We seriously do.
mhm.
um, Holy moly, man! Well, for Sonia Shaw,
Vote for Sonia.
and I believe Jeff Gonzalez is running again. And Wallace, you know what? I'll give you guys more information. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, on Rumble, on YouTube, on Facebook, TikTok, everywhere at Latino Free Minds. Everywhere.
Hmm.
Threads? Are we on Threads? I don't know. But we need to get informed, and we'll give you guys more information on those guys. We really will. Um, Christian,
Take it away, Gio.
this is it, man. While we have everybody still, we will have a guest next week. Um,
What?
yes, more information. More information on the time of when the episode will come out. But we will be interviewing candidate for California governor, Republican candidate for California governor. Dude, taking off that hat makes me look super short in this camera.
That bald spot. Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, it's so
Oh my
embarrassing.
god.
Candidate for governor, Stephen Hilton. Steve
Oh,
Hilton.
what?
Stephen. He's like, my name is not Stephen. Steve Hilton will be on Latino Free Minds. We will be giving them all the tough questions. So, but Sarah, if you're watching and you don't like anything that I just said and you want that power, I don't know. No, seriously, but Sarah, if you're watching, man up and come on Latino Free Minds. It will not be easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
We are going to kick your butt. But the sooner you do it, the better. Okay? I mean, come on, Latino Free Minds. We're not bad guys. We'll come at you hard right at the beginning,
Pause.
but we really want to know. Like
Yeah.
we want we're gonna soften up, and we're gonna start to dig into what you
I'm not. I'm never softening up.
after we
I'm always hard, dude. I don't know what the hell you're talking
after we
about.
come at you
You
hard
soften up. You soften up.
and we finish up, we're gonna soften up.
And we wipe you down. Yeah,
No,
right.
no. In all seriousness, we will be respectful,
Right.
but we are gonna be real.
Mm-hmm. Unless you're a
And
trans kid, Gio's gonna want to beat you up from the beginning.
no, the parents of the trans
The
kids.
parents.
Parents of the trans kids, Christian.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want people thinking that I'm attacking children. Okay.
It's
So we
just
move on. If you're new to Latino Free Minds, when we close up, we always close up. We try to close up with try to remember to close up with a prayer. It's important to me. It's important to Christian. So, like we always do, please remove your hats. I've removed mine already. Heavenly Father, we come before your throne. We thank you for this day. We thank you for allowing us to be able to come before this audience and the future viewers that will be watching this episode. I ask you, Lord, to bless them, to be with them, walk with them. Lord, open their hearts up so that they can be willing to accept you, right? That's important to me, that they are willing to learn more about the Lord. Also, Lord, for California, because this is where I live, I ask you, Lord, to bless me and my state, to allow the Californians to want to get informed, to go out there and get informed, to have discernment, to go out there and vote for the people, for the leaders that will put us in the right position that we need to be, Lord. And as we dismiss, I ask you to be with our listeners, protect them, watch over them and their families. In Jesus' name, we pray. Amen. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are Latino Free Minds. We appreciate you. The things that we say do not necessarily represent the organization of Latino Free Minds.
those were all Gio's thoughts. Most of those.
I am the American Gio. This is my co-host Christian. This show would be nothing without you. So we thank you for tuning in. God bless you.